Okay, so holy mackerel, you guys. What a freaking March. It's not over yet. So I know so many of y'all are still pushing for promotions, but oh my God, we have literally not had this many promotions ever. This is the highest group volume we've ever had, the highest amount of team sales we've ever had, and literally we have more promotions this month than the month I went Presidential Diamond in October. Hello, y'all did that. I am literally so shook. My team is freaking amazing. Y'all should be so proud of yourself because it's not even over. You still have so much left to do. So I thought, what better way to kind of end out March, begin April with a training about how to enroll customers. I know so many of y'all always ask, how do I enroll high BB customers? How do I seal the deal? You know, how do I find those customers? And so I reached out to some of our top enrollers on our team, which is kind of hard to pick a few because hello, look at what y'all are doing right now. But I just picked some that I know are really consistent leaders with enrolling and just really, we have some that really enroll high BB orders. We have some that just seal the deal really well. So I'm excited. Something you're going to catch on to is a lot of the tips that people have are all the same. And, you know, I want you to keep that idea of in your mind is success leaves clues, you guys. So if y'all are all doing the same thing, it means it works. It means that a lot of you took what we told you to do and that's what's working. And so if you keep hearing repeat things, it probably means you should do it. So I'm going to kind of begin just a little bit with some tips for myself, and then we're going to get some girls on here featured that have been killing it. And then I'm going to close it out with some cool stuff too. So one of the first things I want to kind of go over is never assume that people are broke, okay? For the whole time that I was in this business, probably until I went double diamond, which was 1 year ago this month, so much can change, you guys. I was assuming like I just wanted to get the sale done. I was like, I don't care if it's 25 BB, I just want a customer. When if I would have offered more products that we have, I would have been selling high BB orders the whole time. But I was too afraid to ask because I was too afraid that they were going to like completely just ghost out on me the whole time or say no. So I've got a lot of things that helped me the most, that helped me really kind of grow out of that and being afraid of offering more. You guys, we always think that, oh my gosh, everyone can only afford $30, but you're telling them they can only afford $30. You're like, oh yeah, we have super cheap products. Can you afford $30? Well, then they're going to say, yeah, and you can't do anything bigger. You can't go like, okay, well, can you afford 60 since you said yes to 30? It doesn't work like that. So the biggest thing that I kind of discovered is I always start super big. So in the page after this Zoom, I want y'all to remember to go in the page because I'm going to be posting the triple threat script. I'm going to go through the whole thing of how I have weight loss conversations because that's typically what we sell. But obviously you can kind of change it up for skincare and stuff, but it's all around going to be the same. So I start with the triple threat. That's 2 bags of coffee, chocolate greens, and the Thermophyte X or the cleanse. Right now we're kind of pushing the cleanse more because Thermophyte X is on back order for so long and I just don't want y'all to have to deal with it as much. But if you're starting with that, the worst thing people are going to do is say they can't afford that. And then you're going to break it down and say, okay, can you swing just the coffee and greens this month? And if they can't afford $72 or $111, then you say, okay, can you swing just the $36? You're kind of breaking it down from the beginning. So always start big because that's how you're going to get down to those smaller sales. Because if sometimes people are like, oh, I can't afford the 126, and you're like, okay, when can I check back with you? Well, they can't afford $126, but they can probably afford 30. So don't kind of ruin each sale by just saying like, okay, when can I check back with you, or not upselling or downselling. So that's the biggest thing. The second thing is I enroll all of my customers. With that, you always want to make sure that you're telling people about the 90-day challenge because that can come back on you. If you just say, oh, it's $36, you didn't tell them about the 90-day challenge, so then they get auto shipped and they charges their card and they freak out on you. They can call customer service and you have to pay $50. And I know none of y'all want to do that. So that's why you want to follow the scripts that we have, you know, saying $36 a month for the 90-day challenge, blah, 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 blah. So once I do that and I say like, perfect, let's get your order placed. Like I can either place it or you can place it. It's up to you. I just need some info. We have these scripts. It's the same ones everyone should have. But if they say you and you send that order information, as soon as I get their information, I'm going to upsell them some more because I already have their information in my hands. I can already place that order so they're not going to back out. And if I've talked to them about keto coffee, chocolate greens, and the Thermophyte X, I have this message thanks to Kayla, if she's on here. I know she's at a dance competition, but she gave us this message. And I'm going to post it in the team page after this as well. And it's like, hey, perfect. I'm so excited to help you get this order in. But like, I just saw this super exclusive deal that popped up for you. And it makes the cleanse only $36. The cleanse does this, this, and this. Would you want me to throw it in there for you? You're being super excited, super nonchalant. And it makes them feel like the $36 is an exclusive deal to them, but they don't know that joke's on them. It's always that much. But the more products you're giving someone, the better the results that they're going to have. If someone is wanting to lose 15, 20 pounds, they can't just use the cleanse and be happy with it. So, if you're talking to a weight loss potential, they're going to want a lot of products. It's just, you have to give it to them. I think the biggest thing is we always talk about keto coffee, chocolate greens. A lot of people don't even know what products we have. So be that person that's willing to kind of explain it all. So this is the number one thing. If you don't take anything out of this Zoom, you need to listen to this. So at the end of a week ago, I posted the $13 Thermophyte X, okay? Without knowing, I just broke this chair. Sorry, Carly. You know, I just ate chocolate cake, that's why. Okay, anyways. The $13 posting about that is not compliant, and none of us realized it. We didn't know. We've never done anything like that. We can't post that Thermophyte X is $13. What we can say is that the triple threat is $100 off. Now, that was just an end of the month thing for us to try to seal the deal with people we've been talking to. Do not bite yourself in the butt and start with that deal, because you're cutting off like 67 in volume. Start with the triple threat that we've always used, the 2 bags of coffee, the chocolate greens, and the Thermophyte X, or the cleanse, whichever one, which is 126 BV. If they cannot afford that, that's when you say, okay, well, we have this exclusive deal going on right now that I just saw. It's $100 off, and you're going to get Thermophyte X for $13. And you don't even have to say that. You can just say you're getting $100 off, and that's where they would get the Thermophyte or the cleanse and add on Mocha Dreams. I do not know if Mocha Dreams is going to be extended or not. But if it is, that's great. If not, we'll just continue doing what we've been doing. But I don't want y'all, that was just like the end of the month thing. I don't want y'all to keep advertising that, because you want to make sure that you're getting the full 2 bags of coffee so that they get their best results, and you're getting the most BV, because I know tons of y'all, whether you came up short for a promotion this month or you're literally dead set on promoting next month, you need high BV. Because if you want to think about it this way, if you have a 400 box, it takes like 12 to 15 30 BV orders to get a 400 box done. When you could enroll 4 customers, like freaking Kendra over here, balling it out with high BV orders, you can get a 400 box done like that, because you're willing to upsell, willing to get high BV. So, I mean, tell me, would you rather enroll 10 to 15 customers to get a 400 box done, or 4? I think I know the answer. So I just wanted to go over those a little bit with you. And the last thing is, a year ago when I went double diamond was the moment that I realized I could truly enroll a ton of customers if I decided that I was going to. I always thought that you had to be a natural born mass enroller, that it was like some unicorn talent you had to have. It's a decision, you guys. If you think about it, every customer that you've enrolled, the conversations have gone the same. It's just they said yes or no. You got what I'm saying? You tell them the description, you tell them the price, you ask them if they're ready to order. It's all the same. So why could you not just do that 80 times? Or 100 times, or 150 times, and you're enrolling a ton of customers. So I don't want y'all to think, oh, I'm not capable of enrolling that many customers because that's some unicorn talent. It's not at all. It's just a matter of you deciding. The highest customers I had enrolled up until I went double diamond, which was a year and 3 months into my business, I had never enrolled over 19 customers in a month. When I went double diamond, I enrolled 79 customers, because every customer I was like, okay, another one, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I just kept doing it. And every month since then, I've been a mass enroller because it was a decision. So tonight on this Zoom, I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to print out your steps to success. It's in Document Library, or get a notebook, sheet of paper, and number it to how many customers you think would be an extreme challenge for you to enroll, and freaking do it. Like every month I label on my steps to success how many customers I'm going to enroll, a number to 40 or 50 or whatever I feel like, whatever I'm feeling, and I do it. And if I don't meet it, that's fine. But if I see all those empty blanks, I know what's like expected of me and what I need to do. So we're going to go into some of our leaders on here that are going to share their tips on how they've been mass enrolling customers, getting those high BV orders. So we're going to start with Bailey. I'm going to make sure that she's on here. Yes, she is. Okay. I'm going to unmute you, Bailey, or you can unmute yourself because I have it set up that way. Did you hear me?
Okay, I'm unmuted, but I'm turning onto the interstate, so give me one moment.
No, you're good.
I'd like to be alive for my next
So you guys, Bailey is killing it. She is so close to going Emerald. She promoted to Ruby this month, and she is a super hard worker. You guys, she's working so many hours. She's so busy all the time, and she's hustling 110%. And so I wanted to get her on here to share some tips with y'all about how she's enrolling. And a lot of her customers are high BV because all of the tips she's about to share with you. So you can go ahead and share your top 3 tips with everybody.
Okay, so my first and foremost one is that I ask everybody to do a host to post, and that seems kind of excessive, but everybody that I talk to on Instagram, everybody that's on my Facebook, whenever I end a conversation, whether they ordered or they told me they're going to order at a later date or told me they didn't have the money, I just started doing this like at the end of this month when I was reaching for a promotion. But I told them that I was trying to hit it, and I told them what it was going to do for me and asked me if they could do me a favor, no purchase necessary, and they all say yes. And I on Instagram I link my Facebook page, and I ask them to friend request me and ask them to do a host a post for me. And then that kind of leads into my second thing. I do giveaways. I just started doing that this month too, but that's usually kind of my like incentive when I'm really pushing. And I just got together with a few of the girls on my team, and we chipped in for free products and Target and Starbucks and TJ Maxx gift cards. And essentially, I'll post something on my Facebook talking about a giveaway and like comment or message me to find out how to enter. And I'll normally do like a host to post as an entry, and then if they order, that's 5 entries. So that's kind of just like an incentive, I
What's
guess.
that?
And then my third one is to get your own result pics. I've done this before, and I didn't do it last time, and I did it this time, and I've done a few, but the keto coffee's been my favorite. But I normally will use those with follow-ups, especially for people that know me personally. And if I don't seal the deal the first time I talk to them, which pretty much never happens, it's always in the follow-up, I'll send them the pictures of me, and I'll say like, hey, sorry I'm scatterbrained, I'm trying to get around this person.
No, you're good.
I'll tell them something like, oh, I'm putting in orders and I thought of you about whatever product it is, and then I'll be like, and oh my god, I just got my results back, and look, and I'll just be really excited. And that's usually what seals the deal. And I'll be personal with them. I'll be like, oh my god, my befores are so cringy, but look at them, and then they get excited too. So
Yeah, I love those. Those are so good. I remember, you guys, when I went double, that was the first month that I had got my own personal results. And so every single time I was talking to someone, I was like, oh my gosh, like, look at my results, you guys. Like, this is insane. They just came in. And even now, there's so many things that I would have not been able to seal the deal on if it wasn't for me giving my personal results. Like, literally, I'm just like, oh my gosh, look at my personal results. But I love those, Bailey. Thank you for doing that. So the next person is Kendra, you guys. Kendra's a freaking fireball, okay? This girl, every single time she booms in any of our chats, it's like 126, 159, 257,000. She's so good at upselling and getting really high BB orders, and I'm so excited to hear her tips. So Kendra, if you want to unmute yourself and go ahead and take off with your tips.
Hello, everyone. Super awkward. That's me. I'm like queen of awkward. But I'm 29. I'm a Ruby. And I don't know. I was like thinking about like what makes the BV like higher and stuff like that. And honestly, like a huge part of it is, I think first and foremost is when I joined this business, I took God as my partner. And I mean, like, I've been a Christian forever, but it was just like, I joined this business with him, you know, in that he and I are going to do it together, you know, and we're going to make big things happen. So I think that was the first thing. But the second thing, like the real logistic part of it outside of faith, is follow scripts, you know, like obviously make them your own and so on and so forth. But like your upline, they got there for a reason by doing the work. They know what to do. They have put the steps in front of you of what you need to be doing and what you need to be saying. And that was a huge thing that I found. And the other thing is you do have to do the work, but being consistent in the follow-up also, like building relationships and putting in that effort and like genuinely caring about the person instead of rather the sale. I think that was a big thing for me, was that it was just like, okay, yeah, it would be really nice to go like triple diamond yesterday, but that's not the course that God has for me. He would rather use me to help people, make them feel better about themselves. And so I am starting to build those relationships and that rapport with them, and that so they're trusting me more instead of it just being like, oh, this random chick, like, okay, I'll give it a shot, you know, and I'll start with like a cleanse. So, but now they know me, and I know about their kids and their lives and all sorts of other, like, their health issues. And so it's absolutely crazy. But I
Yeah, I
think
feel like a big thing that I asked you one time when I was on Zoom with you is just that you said you asked a lot of questions and really got to know, you know, like their lifestyles and everything about them so that you were able to like properly recommend stuff so that it was working and you were getting
right.
big BB orders because you're like, oh, like if you mentioned like dark spots, I'd love to recommend like this to you.
Right. And that's the other thing is in regards to your upline too, like screenshots, like beyond screenshots. Samantha Marquez, girlfriend, she knows all about all of that stuff. Like, and so don't be afraid that you're going to bother them like at all, because it's like an adrenaline rush. They're like, oh, they're working. Oh, okay. I want to help them, you know? So don't be afraid at all to reach out for anything at all.
I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys, she just is always willing to ask and she really gets to know her customers so well. So I just remember her saying that and it stuck out to me because a lot of times we're like, oh, like we just want to do this, this, and this. But if you're recommending, you know, something to somebody that they don't need, maybe they eat super, super healthy and you give them the cleanse, it's not going to work for them. Or, you know, if you used to with Thermophyte before Thermophyte X, you can't recommend that to somebody who doesn't work out. So you really want to make sure you're getting to know your customers so that you're able to truly recommend the best products with them because that's going to go into retention and making sure that you're keeping that customer for a long time. So the next person we're going to have on here is Cassie. You guys, she just went diamond and earned a $10,000 bonus today. So everybody hype her up in the chat because she's freaking rich now. But I'm so excited and she has been balling it up with customers. So Cassie, if you want to go ahead and share your 3 tips with us.
Hi. So, yeah, I did just go diamond today, and I like cried. I was sitting in our bed, which we just bought, and I like bawled all over. I was like, I can't believe this. So my first one is follow-ups. I was really bad at follow-ups when I first started. Like, I didn't have a system at all, and I just winged it. It's like the worst decision you can make, by the way. Now I take screenshots, and I have a journal, and I write every single name down, and I have 3 different categories. I have an every week, and every 2 week, and an every month. Not everybody is going to want to be followed up with every single week. And if they're not showing that interest, then you don't need to follow up with them every week. And you can kind of gauge that or ask your leader to help you gauge that. Because it depends on the situation and it depends on the person. But follow-ups are key. This lady told me no, and I continued to post and I continued to follow up with her, and she's buying on the 5th. Because she reached out to me and was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm ready. And I was like, yeah, you are. So follow-ups are like huge. The second one I just kind of touched on were screenshots. Every time a conversation goes past the categories part in my messages, I screenshot. They're interested. They've shown they're interested. They've chosen products. They may not buy just that minute, but it means that they're on my list to keep following up with and to keep on. I've lost customers because I haven't followed up with them. And I have to accept that because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. The other thing, somebody asked about giveaways. I run giveaways every month. And so one of the things I do is if they put a hoster post up, regardless of, sometimes they put it on their actual feed and sometimes they put it on their story, it'll alert me and I'll take a screenshot. Then when it comes time to go to the giveaway, I go to my photos and I find every single one that's done that and I jot their name down. That keeps a record for me. It's quick and it's simple, and I'm not always home, and I have a 9-month-old goddaughter, and I can't always sit there and write in my journal the name of that person. So a screenshot is a really easy way to keep up with that. And another thing about screenshots, and Kendra just touched on this, if you are new or newer, whatever, I still do, send screenshots to your leader. I blow up Courtney and Katie Soon all the time. I still do. I did it today because I was like, do I follow up with this person or do I not? Can I do this now? They're not going to get irritated. They're not going to get mad. I don't get mad with my downline either. Like, y'all are supposed to do that. We want to help you. Like Kendra said, it's an adrenaline rush. The other one is something that Cheyenne talked about, placing orders. I place every single person's order. Stopped letting them do that, I think, beginning of this month. I was like, no, you take forever. So I literally just go through and I say, hey girl, I'm getting ready to do orders right now, or I'm finishing up orders. Can I just go ahead and put yours in? Or I can put yours in for you if that's okay. Most of the time they respond back and they're like, yes, sure. And then I have it text replaced with what I need from them. So it's a quick, simple, here you go, this is what I need. Sometimes it takes them a minute. If they're reluctant, I'll normally try to push letting me put an order in for them. But if I sense that it's getting a little, iffy, then I'm like, okay, here, are you home? If you're home, I'll send you my link. If they're not home, they're not going to order. They're on the go. I wouldn't order. You got to think about it. If you were in their shoes, would you actually go through with it? Me? No, I have to be in the mode. I have to be in the mood. I have to be home. So if they're home, they're probably going to order. But yeah, those are just my tips.
Those are so good. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, so you guys, the biggest thing too is placing an order for someone, and don't ever, like, if you feel nervous about asking them for their information, they're going to sense that and they're going to be like, I don't know, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out, kind of. If you're super excited and you're like, hey, look, I'm placing orders now, I'd love to help you get yours in. It just takes me 2 minutes. Super simple, super confident, and they're going to be like, heck yeah, like, would you? Most people want you to do it. Oh my God, I definitely broke this chair. I don't know where the wheel is. Okay, yeah, it's on the floor. All right, so yeah, so definitely ask about placing orders. We have a script for it, and I will post it in the template that I'm posting tonight. So please make sure after the Zoom you're kind of watching the team page. Another thing, make sure you're taking notes on this. I meant to say that at the beginning, but there's so much that you're going to learn, and I'll obviously have this up on YouTube recorded for you to see too. But okay, so the next person is Jaden. Jaden's super close to Emerald. She is seriously killing it. All of these girls are killing it. Obviously, that's why they're on here. But I'm excited to hear from Jaden because she's literally been mass enrolling because she's pushing so hard. So Jaden, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, tell us who you are, and tell us your tips.
Okay, hi. My name's Jaden. I am 21 and I'm currently Ruby. But some of the biggest things that I've learned with doing things and making the sales and everything is writing down names. And it depends on what kind of conversation I'm having with them. So if they'll say, okay, hey, I can't order until Thursday, I'll actually put a reminder in my phone to go off on Thursday, hey, follow up with this person, because I'm really bad at writing things down. So if they don't say hey, I'll order on Thursday, and they just stop messaging me and be just kind of ghost me or whatever, then I'll just write their name down and follow up next week or 2 weeks. But the biggest thing for me that has helped me is putting reminders in my phone to follow up with people when they'll say I can buy on Thursday, or I can buy next week, or I can buy this day, or whatever. That has helped me a ton. And voice messages, okay, I did not believe anyone with voice messages. I had the hardest time with it. I'm super shy, and so I didn't want to do voice messages. I was like, no, that's not my thing. I'm not doing that. But I started voice messages at the beginning, not very long ago, this month sometime, and it's made a huge difference. And you can voice message on Instagram, so that helps a ton too. And you guys following up, a lot of my distributors will come to me and be like, well, they ghosted me, I don't know what to do. They were not writing back to me, they just kind of are ignoring me. I'm like, well, I follow up with them until they either tell me no or buy. I just keep following up. I'm never letting them not they're gonna answer me, they're gonna buy, they're gonna do something. I'm not letting them just fall away and slip through the cracks. Yeah. And then I always try to get their number. I didn't do that either until I should have done it sooner, but I didn't. But I always try and get their number, because then they can't block you on Instagram, because you still have their number. You can text them all the time. It's just better to get their number, because then and it's on a more personal relationship, I feel because you can talk more about them. You can send the voice messages are easier on the iPhone, I feel and then they are on Instagram. But yeah.
Those are so good. Yes, it's seriously, you guys, I don't know if y'all noticed, but all these tips are pretty much the same. Like I said at the beginning, they would be. I knew it, and I didn't even know what their tips were going to be. But the biggest thing is, she said she understood, you're going to get ghosted. You're going to get ignored 9 times out of 10. But I kid you not, you guys, I signed up a customer 2 days ago for 156 BV, and I followed up with her 74 times with 0 response. Imagine if I would have not said a single thing, not followed up, because she kept ignoring me and kept ignoring me and kept ignoring me. I would have missed out on 156 BV. Okay? So do not stop following up with people until they block you, or they say no, or they cuss you out. Whatever the hell, I am relentless when it comes to following up, because I know you can go look in your email right now and see a billion Victoria's Secret emails, a billion Rue 21, Forever 21, Kohl's, JCPenney, of all the things you almost bought but didn't because you had to pay for shipping. Yeah. So don't tell me that doesn't happen. And I just want you to understand that you're going to get ignored more times than you're going to get told yes. You're going to ignore. I literally followed up with like 1,200 people the other day. I've been in it for 2.5 years, so don't let that discourage you. I had so many follow-ups, and I found like 7 customers from it. But that's 7 customers. Like, I didn't even care about the work I had to put in for it, because I was 7 customers, and I was freaking proud of it. So keep that in mind, you guys. And so another thing that I noticed and picked up on is, you guys, most of these girls that are sharing these tips are rubies. You don't have to be a diamond or a double or a triple or some crazy unicorn to be successful and to enroll. You guys, these tips are exactly, I know, I enrolled Jaden. Heck, I probably told her to do that, and she's caught on. And then she has Sarah, and she has all these other leaders to help her, and we've all told her the same thing. You know, I got to where I am, and I got this team to where it is because I learned from my upline, and my upline learned from her upline, and I've taught all of y'all, and it's just replicated to be the same system. So don't change what works. Follow up consistently. Work with your team, be willing to know that you're going to get ignored, and know that all of these same tips that we're giving is the same thing that we've all done. And I'm not doing anything differently than any of those girls. But, you know, a lot of them are rubies, so you don't have to be a diamond or a double or anything like that. They're just, you know, starting this business and running right out the gate to be successful. So those are the biggest things. And the next thing is, if your team isn't enrolling, if you're looking at your Ruby chart and you're like, I am the only one doing anything, congratulations. It is your promotion. It is your volume that needs to be enrolled. And if your team helps you, that is wonderful. You know, that is amazing if you have people on your team. I mean, you can let this discourage you or not. It took me until around double diamond for me to find somebody that actually wanted this business as much as I did. I used to cry about it. I used to freak out about it. I used to struggle so bad with trying to find people that wanted this business as much as me. But I never, ever, ever, ever let the option of quitting be on the table. Because could you imagine if I would have quit because I couldn't find somebody until I went double diamond that wanted this business as much as me? I would have missed out on all of you being on this Zoom. All of you would either still be broke, still be struggling, still be stressed out, crying yourself to sleep at night, or you'd be on someone else's team. And nobody wants that, because I'm glad that y'all are here. But I just want you to understand that maybe right now you're kind of struggling because you feel like you're doing all the enrollments and you feel like you're doing this left and right, because that's what, you know, you're really struggling with that. And I understand that. And I know it sucks. I know it sucks. But if you can sit there and put one foot in front of the other and enroll and take these tips, enrollments breed enrollments, and promotions breed promotions. So if you're going to post in your boom, I don't care if you're the only one booming in your chat, or maybe you have a team chat or whatever. That's how it was for me a long time. I'm like, boom, 1, who's getting number 2? Okay, me, boom, 2. Like, it happens. But I just want you to understand that if you consistently do that, you're going to find people that join your team, and they're going to take off, and you're going to be like, thank God. Thank God I kept enrolling. Thank God I kept pushing, because I wouldn't have found this person that wants it just like me. I don't care if you have 12 people on your downline that never even opened their eSuite and they're still on commission hold. Let them. Pray them in, pray them out, be your own person, be your own enroller, and freaking get it done. Because I know that there's so many people on this Zoom that are like, oh my gosh, she just spoke life to me because I'm the only one on my team enrolling. I'm proud of you. If you need to hear that and you need someone to toot your horn because you're the only one enrolling, you go, sis, because it's going to pay off for you. I promise. I don't know if Cheyenne's on here. Cheyenne, if you are, you can unmute yourself, but I don't think that she is. Wait, yes, she is. I think I see her name. She is. Can you hear me, Cheyenne? Maybe? No? Okay, I'm going to go through here and see if there's any questions. If y'all have questions right now about anything, enrollment, sealing the deal, something you're struggling with, maybe messaging, whatever, you can either unmute yourself or you can ask in the chat. Katarina, is it just $13 without shipping? So I take it back about $13. Just say that the triple threat, you just had a new deal pop up, it's $100 off if they're not willing to do the original triple threat that we have. And I'll post that script in the page after that. But yeah, so I just want y'all, oh, Cheyenne's on here. Hi, Maddie. Hello. Okay, so Cheyenne, you guys, everyone freak out for her because she just went VIP with It Works. She's a triple diamond leader now. She averages 5 figures from her phone. And you guys, I want to tell y'all a quick story. I had to have this exact same talk with her a year ago at conference. I was like, hi, you're going to get a $5,000 Emerald bonus if you decide to work this business and come back, because she had quit and she just went triple diamond within a year. So I'm excited to hear her enrollment tips. So Cheyenne, if you want to share your 3 enrollment tips with us, go now.
Okay, I just literally ran upstairs, so I'm sorry if I'm out of breath. Okay, so yeah, hi you guys. If you don't know me, my name's Cheyenne. I went triple yesterday, I think. I don't know, I've been asleep all day, so I don't really know what day it is, but I'm literally so excited. I'm 20 years old, and I was just at the movies with my boyfriend and Maddie, so I was listening on the way home, and I really think like what the other girls were saying, like I agree with everything they were saying. So I have my own tips, and I'm going to kind of touch on the other ones that they said as well, just to kind of, like bounce off of everything. But especially like months like March, it was promotion month, and I do not accept no for an answer. I never heard the word no growing up, and I'm not going to hear it now. So I basically just like, if someone was like, I'm not interested, I just politely say, why? What's holding you back? I mean, and I know I have to have a lot of help with it from Shay, especially yesterday when we were and I was enrolling the last bit of customers, but people are just going to tell you no, and that's just kind of the way it's going to be. But you just kind of have to say why. It's $25 to invest in your health, or it's $88 with that new triple X package that we have. So I feel like that's one thing. Always just kind of assuming the sale, I think really helps me as well. Just because every time I mess with someone, I'm like, they're going to buy a triple threat. They're going to buy a triple threat. This is my next ambassador. Just kind of speaking that positive vibe into it. And I really think that helps as well. And then always being personable. I know Jaden was saying how she doesn't like the voice message because she's super shy. I am the exact same way, and I just kind of had to get over it. And now, if you know me, I stutter a lot because I get super excited and super nervous, and I just stutter. And I just kind of make that my brand. If you watch me on my Instagram videos, I stutter, and that's just kind of the way it's gonna be. So even in my voice memos, I'm still stuttering. I'm barely speaking correct English just because but I'm still trying to be that personable person. And even the other day, this girl, she was I got into a car wreck, and I was just kind of oh, okay. I had no idea what to say, but I was laying in bed and I sent her a voice message, and I was look, I'm praying for you. If you need anything, just let me know. But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to assume just because it was God knowing that I was promoting, but she still signed up and bought a triple threat. This girl was in the hospital bed because she just got into a car wreck, and she literally was just you know what, you've helped me so much, you've talked to me since the beginning of March, I can go ahead and get my order placed. And I was just oh my gosh, thank you. I was almost in tears just because that was so sweet. And I definitely think a lot of that came from being personable, just because we're all human, we all have emotions, and I feel just kind of sharing that in your messaging and everything can really just kind of seal the deal for you in a sense. And then my next one is I just put message lots of people, especially with promoting. I mean, you cannot not talk to anyone. I am not a people person. Oh my God. Sorry, my cat's trying to get Maddie's attention. But I am not a people person, and I know if I was out in public, I took my Blitz cards with me. If I was getting my eyelashes done, I took my Blitz cards with me, because you never know who you're going to see, and that feeling that you get, and you have to blitz those people. I have not signed a customer with blitzing, and it still terrifies me every time I do it, but you have to sacrifice some things if you want big results, and that's kind of how I look at it. Just interacting, I feel I actually learned this from a diamond, or she just went diamond, so shout out to Jordan, but a girl on my team, we went to a team lunch that we had, and she was yeah, I message people right after they follow me back, and it's basically just a thanks for the follow message, you're so gorgeous. And I was okay, and I was yeah, I'll definitely try that. So every time I'm following people and they follow me back, I just say thank you so much for the follow, you're literally so gorgeous, and I can't wait to get to know you more. And then people are oh my gosh, you're so sweet. So one, you've already made that personal connection. Two, they've opened your message and either liked it or responded, which then is going to boost your algorithm. So as long as you're consistently posting and doing the other 5 or 4 things I guess that you need to be doing, then those people are going to come back to you. I know Samantha Marquez, she had some people, and she was this is so genius, because people were reaching back out to you just because of that personable touch that you made. They know that you're a real person, And then my next one is just interacting, but I guess those two kind of went head and head together. I just feel interacting on people's posts and their stories, they're going to come and look at your page in what's that word? They're just going to look at your page like after you do that to theirs, and they're going to be like, what is this girl posting about? Like, what's like skinny coffee? What's a thermophyte? Like, you know, and they're going to ask you about it. And I feel like as long as you're just like posting consistently and like doing, like I said, doing those other things you need to be doing, it's like the wrap girl circle of life that's just going to all come back together like full circle.
I love those tips. I want to start doing that too, just to kind of introduce things. But you guys, I hope that this Zoom helped you. I muted my own self. I hope you understand just how capable you are of enrolling, you guys. Like, it's a decision. Decide right now how many customers you want to enroll. Decide right now that you're going to upsell and you're going to get those triple threats and you're going to be, even if you are the only enroller on your team, it's not going to always be that way. Rome was not built overnight. You want to know what? People told Jesus no. People didn't believe in him at first. People told him no. So you're going to get told no if Jesus got told no. Let me tell you that right now, sister, okay? So I just want you to understand that you are capable of anything that you set your mind to. Anything. Cheesy or not, you are capable of anything you set your mind to. So if you want to go Ruby next month, if you want to go freaking Ambassador Diamond with this company, be willing to be the only enroller. Be willing to, you know, make a mistake. Be willing to, you know, enroll a bunch of people and upsell and get out of your comfort zone like Jaden and sending voice messages even though she's scared out of her freaking mind. Be willing to be uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable and be able to make the income that you want to make and promote to the promotions that you want to promote to, because there is nothing stopping you. So get those triple threats enrolled. I'm going to post a script in the team page so that you have something to follow. Blow your upline up with screenshots. If they don't respond, blow your next upline up and then message me on Facebook if you need to. And just be willing to fail and be willing to get uncomfortable, because there's so much coming. You guys, we have never, ever in the past 2.5 years had this many promotions, this high of sales ever in our company. Guys, we had 2 Ambassador Diamonds, which is the top rank in the company, last year, and we had 5 today. Okay, there's been like 20 ambassadors added to our lifers page, was there a triple diamond and above page, like literally 35 triples, 1 billion presidentials. Like, I've never seen this kind of momentum. So stop freaking sleeping. Wake up, remove your head from your rear. Let's get some stuff done. Let's promote, let's enroll, and let's do it together. So I'm excited. I'm going to post this recording, and I hope you'll have a super, super awesome rest of your night. Go crush out the end of this month. It is not over until 11:59 comes across the clock. So if you're pushing for promotions, use all of the tips that we just said. Go follow up with your potential customers. Ask your old customers to order for you. Call in favors to your friends and family, and do whatever it takes to close out the month. Because if you happen to miss your promotion, you need to go to bed knowing you put in every ounce of effort. And if you didn't, you're going to wake up April 1st on our kickoff Zoom. I'm about to post it in the team page. It's me and Jade Hooper, number 3 income earner, you guys. We're having the April kickoff Zoom going over stuff. So if you do not reach your promotion this month, you are that much closer to your promotion next month. Everything you do right now is getting you that much closer. So I love y'all so much. I am so proud of you. Everybody take your right hand and give yourself a pat on the back, because this month was freaking insane. I'm not seeing you do it. I'm not kidding. Pat yourself on the back. Let's go. Come on. And I'm going to post this in the team page. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your night, and I love y'all so much. Bye.